I don't know how to stress this enough. I think it bears repeating. Help. Help. And in conclusion, I would like to say I agree with the Japanese government that they should be allowed to sell their goods in the United States without any tariffs. No tariffs. No tariffs. And I would like to say, live from New York and the wonderful Empire of Japan, it's Saturday night.
Hello and welcome to the Not Ready for Primetime Project. We're Gary Seath and Brad Robinson.
And you're not.
This week, on the early years of SNL, we're talking about Season 5, Episode 9, with host Teri Garr and musical guest the B-52's. This show originally aired on January 26, 1980. Brad, welcome to the 80s.
I'm already uncomfortable.
I know. As soon as I realized that, I was like, oof, it's all downhill for Brad from here on out. And I just meant in life. I didn't necessarily mean with this podcast.
We're all aware.
Teri Garr.
How about that, Teri Garr? First time hosting, first of three, huh?
Yeah.
As we learned from Ian, one of only two people to ever host the show in three eras. Lorne, non-Lorne, and Lorne 2.0.
That's right. And she's great. I love Teri Garr. I think she's a wonderful actress. We saw her last episode.
Thank God.
In Java Junkie.
Because that was her best performance on SNL to this date was last week. So thank God we watched that one first.
Yeah. Again, not a lot of heavy lifting that they're asking her to do here. They didn't give her much to work with.
No. I like Teri Garr too. I could see you being a Teri Garr fan.
Yeah? Why? I mean, I know why, but
she's
why?
good. No, I mean, she's good. I don't mean that in a bad way. She has that kind of very unique, she's like a great supporting actress, right?
Yes.
Like she was in Close Encounters as Richard Dreyfuss's wife. She'll be in After Hours, Mr. Mom, Tootsie. They're all like really great supporting roles. I know she was in Young Frankenstein. Which you love. Yeah. I know. I was going to leave that one for you.
Do.
Yeah.
I also love Close Encounters, and she's really good in that too.
Yeah. You know what she's not that good in, though?
No.
Yeah, this episode.
This episode?
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say.
This episode.
I said what? And then I was like, just answer his question.
You know.
Damn it. You know what he's going for.
You know she was in? She was in Head.
Really?
Yes. The Monkees movie? Yeah. Like bit part, but yes.
She was also in Dumb and Dumber.
Was she? Somebody's mom?
Again, bit part.
No, she wasn't that old.
No, she wasn't that old, but it was a small part. It wasn't. She has a lot of
credits.
In
The Conversation, another great movie, 70s movie.
Oh, that's a movie I love. Oh,
that's a good one.
So Teri Garr, really excited to see her again. Another host that I'm excited about.
Yeah, you would think she'd be really good. You could see why.
Yeah,
you could see why they brought her in as a host.
Well, yeah, she's a comedic actress. Like she can hold her own with comedy. And it was a shame because it didn't feel like they gave her a lot of comedy in which to hold her own this week.
You know, we blame the show a lot for like not giving hosts stuff to do.
Yeah.
But I got to put some blame on the host here, I think.
Oh, why? Well, tell me more, because I totally disagree with you.
I don't think she was that. Really?
Yeah.
I don't think she brought much to anything.
I mean, you have to look at the parts they gave her.
No, I know. You know what's nice about our podcast, Gary, is that it's timeless. You can go back and find it whenever. So,
yes.
So what's funny is people go back now and find like early episodes.
Oh.
And they'll leave comments, which we love. By the way, please rate and review, leave a comment. We love it. But what's funny is if someone's listening to early episodes, they'll comment and be like, why do you even do this podcast? Do you both hate SNL?
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this episode, we might. Just saying.
We might.
I have a feeling I know where this is going.
Yeah. No, yeah. Just wait for the musical performances, and then I'll be gushing.
But please rate and review because we will be giving away our How Great Is Jane t-shirt. So this is your last chance. Send your rating and your review. Email us nr4ptproject@gmail.com. Let us know that you put your rating and review in, and we'll send you a t-shirt. How's that? That's good.
Yeah. And it doesn't even have to be a good review. It just has to be honest.
No, right now we'll take any review. Seriously, yeah. We'll take anything. Times are tough. You know what's funny, though, about this episode? After now we've seen it, this is the episode they sent in for the Emmy nominations.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
shame.
Really? Like, guys,
why? I wonder why.
I don't know. Although, as we go through it, I will. Well, no, I really only have one example where I was going to say I thought the writing was really good, and they just didn't live up to it. Gary, this episode is in your wheelhouse.
Oh, is it?
Well, because I feel like every sketch had a decent concept that they didn't deliver on.
Yeah,
and that's good.
Okay,
so.
I will fight you on that. So
because about halfway through, I'm reading my notes. I'm like, God, I sound like Gary this season.
I think that's true. I don't know that that's true for this episode because there are definitely sketches where even the concept is lacking.
I know.
But
I know.
It is what it is.
Let's just, okay.
I also, and I told you this already, I got up early and watched this at like 5:30 in the morning to be ready to do this.
I don't know how you did that.
This podcast. Well, I was very angry at A, you, B, the show, and C, because I had to get up and refill my coffee cup 3 times because I was just like, I can't do this. This is ridiculous.
There are some long sketches in this. This is a night of long sketches. Get ready. Buckle in.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them just feel long. All right. Well, should we just get into it?
We better.
Since
hurry
we've
up.
teed it up so nicely.
This is going to be a good one. Don't worry.
All right. Well, the cold open starts this week with NBC preempting SNL because of the ongoing crisis in Japan.
I like this cold open.
I'm in so far. And of course, this incident is where Paul McCartney was arrested for having marijuana on him in Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
But we go to the Weekend Update desk and we get Bill and Jane at the desk. Yes.
I know. Have they ever done this again?
Not that I'm aware of.
It's very interesting going to Weekend Update in your cold open. Like, it's kind of cool.
It is. It's fun. I liked it right away. And they kind of dance around what exactly they're talking about. They don't mention the marijuana thing with McCartney at first. And then eventually they do. And Bill gives you kind of a rundown of what's happened over the last 10 days.
A long rundown of what's happened.
A long rundown. Very long. Again,
literally
that's a theme
day by
tonight.
day.
Yes, a theme tonight. And then they say that one of their Weekend Update correspondents went to Japan with a lot of marijuana on them so that they could hopefully interview Paul McCartney in jail.
Hoping to get arrested and placed in the same jail as Paul. Yeah.
And again, they don't mention who this weekend correspondent is. I think they use the term one of our beloved or something like that.
Yeah,
one of our favorite correspondents.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, while they were en route and landing, Japanese authorities released Paul McCartney. And now, through a series of negotiations between NBC and Japan, we're going to go live to a statement. And we see Father Guido Sarducci reading a statement in front of 2 Japanese officers. And it's really funny delivery, I think, by Don Novello of this stilted statement that he's reading. And he says, I've learned that they can't understand English. They just understand my tone. So send help.
So I'm going to continue reading. And then I like that because he starts going off book and says, help me. And I honestly thought he was going to start reciting the lines from the song Help.
I did too. I thought the same exact thing. Yes.
Like, help. I need somebody. Help. Like, I was just so waiting for him to do that.
And eventually it leads to him giving the live from New York, a very subdued live from New York because he's, reading from the paper. But I really enjoyed this cold open.
It was fun. I agree. It was decent. It kind of worked for me. I was kind of just thrown off by the whole Weekend Update in cold openness of it all. It was so jarring to see that. But it was fun, and I love that they did something new. Like I always love when they do new things, and especially in season 5, they're still taking big swings. So this was a really fun thing to see. I think it's a really fun cold open. They do a good job of leading up to it, and we should say second week in a row that there was a live from New York and another place. We had last week live from New York and Cuba, and now this week is live from New York and Tokyo.
Tokyo, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. It's well written. I think it's smart. It's very timely. Like you said, this actually, this all happened. McCartney got arrested landing in Tokyo, getting ready to start a tour of Japan for Wings.
Yeah.
And then was there for 10 days. And then he got released the day before this episode aired. So it was funny. I was wondering, was this a sketch they had worked on or a bit they had worked on during the week? And then on Friday got thrown a curveball and had to adjust? Or did they just come up with it at the last minute? Like, I wonder which of the two it was.
I think you could manage to do it even if he hadn't been released. Like, if you were thinking about this in advance, you could still do it. But yeah. I mean,
because I could see them working on it, and you have this piece you've spent all this time on, and you've got it now. You still have to do something with it. You just can't ignore it. So what do you do?
And what is it? Yeah. What are
and it's Father Guido Sarducci there after he's left.
It was funny. I really enjoyed the start to the show. Well, then we get the opening credits, and Brad, did you notice how many featured players there are?
Yeah, there's like 9 of them. But my first note was finally Peter Ackroyd gets his credit.
Yes, that was also my note. Finally, Peter Ackroyd. So this week's featured players, because this is a theme for season 5, Peter Ackroyd, Tom Davis, Jim Downey, Brian Doyle Murray, Al Franken, Don Novello, Harry Shearer. And you know what, Brad? Still no Yvonne Hudson mentioned.
It's not season 6. I can't believe you wrote it all down. Because I just wrote Peter Ackroyd, Jim Downey, Brian Doyle Murray, and a bunch more.
And the rest. Yeah, and everyone else we've already seen before. But those 3 had their debuts as featured players. Yeah.
Which there's a reason, as we'll get through. Yeah. Oof.
Well, then we get the monologue, which is not a monologue. It's just Teri Garr comes down, tells us how thrilled she is to be here and excited, and this show is hilarious, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. What in the hell was that?
That was a shame.
Of all the hosts to give pretty much no monologue to, I did not think she would be the one that they do this to. I would not have guessed that Teri Garr would get possibly the shortest monologue of all time. And this is why I don't love Teri Garr this episode this much, because right off the monologue, I'm just kind of like, she's not bringing anything.
Yeah.
Whether they give it to her or not.
Weird.
Yeah. I agree.
From there, we go to a commercial. We get a rerun of Craig's Traveler's Checks that we saw in the season premiere of this season.
Yeah, it's a good commercial parody.
Yeah.
Still funny.
Starring Jim Downey
and
a bunch of other people.
If only that was the last we saw of Jim Downey.
Well, buckle up, because it's a Downey-heavy first half of the episode. And here we start off with another big sketch early in the night. We're not waiting until after Weekend Update.
It's back. Here it is.
So this is, and I had to remind myself, this is January of 1980. So it's the presidential election year, and we are going all in on politics now. This is a caucus. So the Iowa caucuses were this a few days before the episode aired. And this is, they're showing us somewhere near Mason City, Iowa, where all of the candidates are with a family doing different chores for them. And I mean, all the candidates. So the aforementioned Jim Downey plays George Bush. I actually liked his George Bush.
Not bad.
I thought it was funny. Yeah. Bill Murray plays Ted Kennedy. Lorraine plays Rosalind Carter because, the president can't be there.
It was funny how they avoided having Jimmy Carter without Dan Aykroyd. And there's a phone call. The president calls. So you got Lorraine's Rosalind without Dan's Jimmy.
Yeah.
He's about the freshest man I've ever met. It's really unbelievable. Oh, don't worry. I'll just tell him to keep his hands to himself. Yes, we really should get off. I love you, too. We're gonna win. Bye-bye. Well, Jimmy says he'll call you tomorrow to find out how Kimberly does on the test. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
Well, my daughter Ellen should be finished with band practice soon. Now, you could take the car and pick her up.
I would be glad to take the car and pick her up.
No, Senator Kennedy, I think it would would be better if Rosalind took the car. Why don't you just rest your back, relax here for a while?
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I mean, this was long.
No, it's long. I agree, it's long, but it's a funny concept. And this is what I was saying a little bit in the earlier. Like, I think the writing's really good. It's a very interesting and fun way to hit on politics. Does it go a bit too long? Sure. And I hate to say it, I don't think Teri Garr brought much to it. I think she actually had trouble in this sketch. More than once, I wrote down notes like, is she struggling in this sketch with her lines and such? But what I really think didn't help this sketch is that you had non-actors, like non-character actors playing all these roles. Jim Downey, Brian Doyle Murray, Tom Davis just didn't help the cause.
Right.
And I mean, you don't have another way to do it because you don't have the cast to pull it off. But I feel like you noticed it a lot with that's who's doing the heavy lifting in this sketch are Davis and Downey with Bill Murray.
I think Downey does a lot, but he does like singular, like he doesn't interact with anyone, right? Bill does a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Interacting with others and, saying like interacting with the daughter who has a test. And
yes, Bill's good. I had that note, like Bill willing to take the daughter's math test is really funny. And then the other daughter needs to get picked up from cheerleading practice, whatever. And Bill Murray as Ted Kennedy's like, oh, I'll pick her up. I'll take the car. And there's that awkward silence of like, oh, and got a great laugh. Like, again, like it's really funny. I know you hate the Chappaquiddick jokes, but it was really funny.
I actually thought this Chappaquiddick joke worked because it was organic. It wasn't the whole, like the sketch didn't center around it. It was just one bit of the sketch, and I actually liked that.
Oh, because then Bill Murray is yelling at Tom Davis about something, and Tom Davis looks at him and goes, well, nobody drowned, did they?
Yeah, because he broke a plate or something.
Yeah. That's why, like I said, I think it was really fun, and it was really well written. I just wish they had better actors in those roles to sell it, and maybe a little shorter.
Overall, again, the concept I thought was fun. I agree with you. There's so many people. I just felt like they didn't need to cram all these people in to the sketch and bring them back at certain times. Like Davis left and then came back, and I was like, why?
See, I liked all the characters. I just wish they would have been portrayed better. But you couldn't do it.
That's what I mean. Like, I liked them. I wish that they were better performers for them. I mean,
like if you would have had certain other people who have been there from previous seasons, and Harry Shearer probably would have been, you know what I mean? It's just like, I love Brian Doyle Murray, but in this sketch
but that's why that was odd to me that Harry Shearer didn't play a politician. He just did the voiceover, which
he probably is supposed to play Congressman Anderson, but then he showed up.
But then they got the real Congressman,
which Anderson. I kind of like that too at the end, like that old school me of like, they go to the audience at the end of the sketch and they go out to the audience and there's someone sitting in the audience and it's him. It's the actual guy.
It's the actual guy. He did go on to run for president against Carter and Reagan as an independent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did he win?
He didn't fare so well. No. Turns out that, 9 months later, people still didn't know who he was.
But I guess this would be the first instance then of a presidential candidate showing up on SNL.
Yeah. It is.
All right.
So that's something.
So that's our episode. The B-52's were on, and there's a Mr. Bill, and it was really good.
Oh, if only. If only we didn't have to talk about this next sketch. Deb's Behind Bars. So Terry, Jane, and Gilda are all debutantes in like pastel sweaters and skirts with
That's
their hair
what
up.
Debs mean. I get it now.
Does the sketch have a whole new meaning for you now?
No, but I literally just realized now as you described it that that's what that meant. So there we go.
Oh.
Yeah, that was fun. That was legit. Sorry.
Oh, well, they're in prison. So it's debutantes in prison. And Terry gets a visitor. And she finds this out from,
there it is.
They bring Garrett in drag.
My next note was, Yvonne Hudson must be on vacation this week. But
yeah, no. We just doesn't matter that the 70s are over. We could still put Garrett in a dress. Yeah. Turns out that Terry's dad is here to visit her, played by Bill, and he brought his soon-to-be bride, Gloria Vanderbilt, played by Lorraine.
I have to stop you because you're doing a very good job of shortening this, because at this point, this was already a semi-long sketch. And my point was, shit, they're going to milk this into multiple sets now. When she had the visitor. Like, that's how long this sketch is. The three of them have dialogue. Garrett comes in. There's a bunch of back and forth between all of them. I was like, okay, end of sketch. No.
For some reason, they had to bring Gloria Vanderbilt into this, and I was not really sure why that was necessary.
I wasn't either, but it had to be timely, because when Lorraine walks in, the crowd has a reaction. Before she even utters a word or is introduced, there's a huge applause. Like, they know exactly who she is.
Yeah. It's weird, right? Because I had no idea who she was supposed to be.
No, until they mentioned her name. And then I pieced it together. And she was designing jeans at that point. But I mean, I didn't think she was that huge that just walking in, she'd get the reaction she did. But she did.
Yeah. I was confused. I mean, like, our generation knows her as Anderson Cooper's mom.
Right. I just want to read this. I'm just going to take over from my notes because I think you may find this funny. So he's talking. He introduces Gloria Vanderbilt to Teri Garr as her new stepmother, at which point I then write, oh, is that the point of this whole sketch? Just to set up a Gloria Vanderbilt bit? Nope, because the sketch isn't over. It goes back to the cell.
Yeah.
They're back in there. I was like, okay, whatever, fine. They're doing something else. Oh, now they're doing a next week on Debs and Bars.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this will be quick. No, the next one is longer than the rest of the previous part of the sketch. The coming attraction is longer than the feature.
Yes, I wrote that down as well. Why is this longer than everything else was?
Like, somehow it's still going.
Mm-hmm.
And the coming attraction you get, who is it? Oh God! It's a bunch of writers and/or featured players, right? Well, it's Peter Aykroyd, Jim Downey, and Gamble or Prose. It's one of the two. I think it's Gamble.
Yeah.
So the three of them show up.
Yeah.
Breaking in, and that's a sketch in itself.
Yes, it is. And more Downey. We get Downey again. So
a lot of Downey.
After the monologue, it's all
Downey's
Downey.
The ringleader of this third sketch within a sketch.
Yes, he is. Surprising.
Did you notice Gilda used the line "faced" again?
Oh, that's right. She did.
Because Gamble's like completely drunk, and they talked about how he just gets totally loaded and drinks too much gin and tonic, and she says he's totally faced. And I was like,
yeah,
is that a phrase? Was that a thing? Faced?
I don't know. Maybe she was trying to make it a thing. Maybe it was a thing. Who knows?
Maybe.
Send us an email and let us know.
I've actually had someone send me an email asking me that exact question. Who was around at the time? And they're like, that's not a thing. I don't know what that was. So,
well, there we go.
Yeah.
It was a Gilda thing.
Gilda and Bill. Inside joke, probably.
Probably. Yeah. Well, let's move on, Brad, because next is one of the all-time musical performances, in my opinion, on SNL. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not just mine. I will say, Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
He has said that this particular performance of SNL that he watched when he was 11 changed his life because it made him realize that you could be weird and have fun and do something with your life. So it's the B-52's, a new act. Their debut album came out in July of 1979. The song that they're playing, Rock Lobster, was on that album. That was actually the second time that they recorded that song. So they recorded that song in 1970. They actually recorded it first in 76 and then released it in 78 as a single to kind of, get themselves a record deal. And it worked. So they come on and they perform Rock Lobster and they are just doing their thing. Yeah. I mean, they come on and they perform the shit out of this song like they do in all of their performances. But that's what they were as a band, or are as a band. They're still a band.
Legitimate question.
Yeah.
Was this a good version of this song?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to be honest.
Yeah.
I missed the boat on this band.
Just so you're aware, Brad, everyone listening to this,
everyone's aware,
understands that.
No, yeah. I never really got the B-52s. I never understood them. And this is not a knock on them at all. Like, I understand they have a big fan base and people love them. It's just me, I never got them. And so when I watched this song, I thought I knew this song, but in my mind, it's bigger or fuller. But I'm wrong, is what you're telling me. This is the song.
I think you are. This is the song. I mean, this is the band. Okay. Like they're not. They don't, like, orchestrate things.
Right.
I don't know. I love this performance. I really like the B-52s. I think they're a lot of fun. I think that's the thing.
They are.
Like,
it was cool, and band. I get it. I get the importance of it. Of the show embracing new wave. Like, this is very much. Am I wrong in the vein of like a Sun Ra or a Devo, like a new sound that we haven't heard before?
Correct. Yeah.
In mainstream, right? So I appreciate that, and I applaud the show for doing it. I just never, got into it. And I thought they were kind of toned down a little bit. I don't know. I was expecting more energy. They kind of got there a little bit, maybe, but it seemed, and I think I've read a little bit too, where this is their first TV appearance, right? So they were maybe not, like we said about Tom Petty a couple weeks ago.
Right.
They weren't as road tested as they would become. They don't have the showmanship that they would be known for.
Well, and I think,
and maybe they're scared. Like, maybe there's the nerves are there because they're like, we're on American national television for the first time. Like, Jesus. So maybe there's some of that.
Yeah. They had a big following in New York. And I think one of the things that bothered me about both of their performances wasn't the band as much as it was, I didn't know what the hell Davey Wilson was doing. Like, especially in the second
performance. There's a couple times.
There's problems. A couple times. But even with this, it just felt like he didn't know where to go and what to do. And I felt like they felt constrained by that. Like, I can't go too far to the left or too far to the right because then the camera's not going to see me and know where to go. Like, that's how it felt. So I'm agreeing with what you're saying. Yeah.
And I wonder, to your point, is that them not being experienced enough on stage and also being so kind of out there that it was a weird, like, they didn't know how to control themselves or contain themselves for television. And, the show couldn't figure out how to capture them. So they kind of were toned down a little bit. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know the band well enough. Regardless of my stupid opinion, the audience loved them. Well, like, I will say that song finished and the audience loved it. So kudos. And again, if you're a B-52's fan, I can see how you would love this.
Even in the opening credits when they were announced, the crowd went nuts for them. Yeah.
I mean, the show is pulling it off for musical guests this season. Got to give
They really are. Now we're on to Weekend Update. It's a bunch of timely jokes, the Olympics being a problem for NBC. So NBC bought the rights to the Third World War.
That was a struggle, that joke. Olympics,
it took a long
NBC,
time to get there.
Yeah, it did.
There's another Zweibel joke. There's a picture of Zweibel saying that he would host the Olympics in his backyard.
Who did Ian say? Is that Matt Newman writing those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote down something about a Perrier spill. That was a joke.
Oh, right.
We get our first instance of Harry at the desk, though. So Harry Shearer comes on as Vic Ricker, sports reporter. And he's talking about sports and he's talking about politics and putting it all together. This, to me, was the perfect showcase for Harry Shearer.
Okay, down to business. And first of all, last note on the Super Bowl game, just so we know what kind of people our country is up against. Maybe you heard the Iranian militants had allowed their American captors to listen to a tape recording of that Super Bowl game. But here's the rest of the story. Weekend Update has learned exclusively that before starting to play that tape, the militants did the one thing you never do in a tape delay situation. Told them the final score of the game. And we're supposed to negotiate with people like that. Okay, now, is there or is there not going to be an Olympics Games this year? Now, I know all about Lake Placid. Thank you, please. But excuse me for talking plain English. The Olympics, to me, is Frank Shorter running the marathon or Nadia Comaneci doing her Bo Derek thing and getting a lot of tens all over the place. It's not Ty Babylonia and Linda Fradiani warming up for Holiday on Ice. So, Summer Olympics, supposed to be in Moscow this year, but our head honcho says the Russian bear's got to be slapped on the paw. President wants to cancel the Olympics, and that's when the screams go up from the athletes and the Olympics committee. Let's go to the videotape. We don't have videotape. Okay.
I like this character. We'll see it again. I think he does it once again.
Yeah.
And I like what Harry Shearer's doing with it.
Yep.
But something is off. And we've seen enough Harry Shearer this season to know how he can take it straight to camera and run with it.
Yep. But it totally felt to me that they cut it for time and he was trimming jokes on the fly.
I had the same note. It felt like something got rewritten between Dress and Air because he does not have a handle on the dialogue, which is so odd for him.
Yeah.
And there are glimpses that are really good, and you can see how great this could be and what a great character this could be for him.
Right.
But it gets lost in him, what seems like searching for it's almost like he hadn't even seen half this dialogue.
Correct. Well, and he at one point looks down at his paper and just reads what's there and realizes that there's like, that was a non sequitur to what he was saying. And he was just like, okay. I did enjoy when he was like, let's go to the videotape. And he's like, oh, we don't have the videotape.
We don't have the videotape. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh my God. Also, and par for the course this episode, it went way too long.
It did. And Weekend Update went really long because
which
we're
is
not
so
halfway
bizarre
through Weekend Update.
Because he couldn't get through half of it. Like if you're going to trim it.
Trim it or cut something. Like it just feels like they're not willing to cut anything, so they trim shit in weird places this season.
This was bizarre. It was such a bizarre thing because I was kind of psyched to see him do a character at the desk and see what comes of it. And I was just like, "Woo, this is like, dare I say, a rare miss for Harry Shearer so far this season."
I think so.
When he's on camera,
I think you could have cut the piece that they go to after this, which is Lorraine. A report from Lorraine on campus.
Do you mean after Harry kicks it back to Bill, only to kick it over to Jane?
Yes.
He's like, back to you, Bill. He's like, thanks. Way to go. Good job. Back to you, Jane.
Yeah. Very weird. Very strange. But we go to Lorraine on campus because they're going to reinstate civil service. So there's potential for the draft. So she interviews Peter Ackroyd as a college student. Woof.
That was it.
Quick. It went
was
nowhere.
quick.
No one liked it. Like the audience did not even chuckle at it.
No, my two notes on this is, man, that was quick, followed by, man, this is a long Weekend Update.
It is, because we're still going. We get Bill's commentary on fat people after this.
Yeah, what was that? He does a thing about Huey, Louie, and the blimp about a fat guy, like on a hill, and who does he save or push off? What?
Yeah, I don't know. But that's surely it, right? No, it's not over.
That's surely it.
It surely isn't. We have another bit. We have another desk piece from Al Franken. Al Franken, talking about putting all of his money into gold at the end of 1979.
My note to this was, and an Al Franken bit? Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, look, they've had over a month off now, and it just felt like people had ideas for that month that they just felt like they had to put on. So Al Franken will melt down some of his gold that he got and make an Al Franken medallion that you can send away for. And he will throw in a commemorative Abraham Lincoln medallion for free.
Did you write down the address? Al Franken,
Yes.
New York, New York. Dare I say the Al Franken bit was the only funny thing on Weekend Update? On a very long Weekend Update?
Yeah, I feel bad because I really like the Vic Ricker thing. I just wish it went smoother. And I wish, like you said, I wish they didn't change it. But yeah, the Al Franken bit was funny.
You mentioned it. He has the, buy it now and you'll get this free Abraham Lincoln medallion, which we should say is a penny.
100% copper.
Which is funny as hell. It was so funny. And he's like, you know him. He freed the slaves. The bit about the penny, the whole thing about it, the setup at all was so funny. It was so smart and so funny.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was the one laugh I really had in Weekend Update. He freed the slaves.
And then that is finally it.
Yes.
That's the end of Weekend Update.
Yes, mercifully.
Is it mercifully? Because from there, Brad, we go to an anchovy advertising meeting.
Quick question. Is this a sequel to the Ted Knight sketch? Or were they just too lazy to create a new set? Because right down to the blocking, This is the exact same setup we saw of that Ted Knight
Yes.
sexual harassment HR sketch.
Yes. They put an Anchovy Council of America logo on the wall behind them, and that was the only change.
3 dudes behind the table, 1 woman on the end, and 2 people come in and talk.
Yeah.
It's the same set. It's the same blocking.
Kind of makes you wish they stayed with Vic Ricker a little longer, doesn't it?
I don't know about that, but...
So, all right. I'm just going to preface this, Brad, for you by saying the rest of this night, I'm going to groan before I describe anything.
Just push through. There's nothing there. What are they talking about? Oh,
it is about anchovies.
It turns out to be a sketch on how to sell anchovies to black people. Am I correct?
Yep. You nailed it. That's what it is. Harry and Teri come in as some famous, jingle writers or ad people who are going to tell them how to sell anchovies to black people because it's an untapped market, essentially.
Right. That's what
because
it was.
Your anchovy eaters is a saturated
market.
They
sold Latinos on something, potato chips or something.
And they did a Romaine campaign that Tom Davis's kids were singing the jingle of all weekend. Look, we can talk about this. It's not going to make it funnier. It's not going to make it worth watching.
But can we talk about how busy Bill is tonight? Because he's like the main dude in this sketch, and he's been in every single sketch tonight.
He has to be. You can't let anyone else lead any of the other men. You can't have any other
7 featured players you have listed tonight.
No, they can't carry anything. Garrett clearly can't carry anything. You have to have Bill do everything.
He is in this sketch, though. Oh, and who else is in this sketch? She is in the studio tonight. Because Harry Shearer has like a clip, right? Or a promo commercial that they're going to play.
Yes.
And so he goes to the VHS deck and puts the tape in and knocks it down, hits play. And it cuts to Garrett and Yvonne Hudson. And they're in bed. Either they just had sex, they're going to have sex. And
they're going to.
One of them is hungry. And he brings over anchovies. And
their foreplay is anchovies. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then it goes
God.
on a little bit long. And that part was funny. Like, they yell cut, but the videotape keeps playing. And Garrett's like, can I get some water? This is what I mentioned, though. They didn't even reference Yvonne Hudson in the featured players.
Well, yeah. But she's here again with lines again.
Here's a question now. And this is me thinking out loud at you.
Mm-hmm.
If Yvonne Hudson was just working the front desk and worked at Rockefeller Center and they threw her on, could they not credit her as a featured player because she didn't have a SAG card yet?
Oh, who the hell knows? It's probably your boy Lauren not wanting to do it.
Fucking Lauren.
I mean, when does she get a credit? When a woman comes
when
and
he's
produces.
gone.
That's all I'm
right.
saying.
You're right.
Just saying. Connecting the dots.
Very good. Good job, Brad.
Also with this sketch, does it just like die?
End?
No, because they come back and they keep trying to throw out jokes about going to lunch and going to Soul Train, and there's a bit about ribs and collard greens, and Tom Davis doesn't know what collard greens is, and Bill tries to explain it to him, and then they leave, and Harry Shearer, it's still not over.
No.
They try to like put a cap on the capper here with Harry Shearer turning to Teri Garr and is like, maybe we'll have better luck at the Sturgeon Council.
Yeah.
And again, nothing.
No.
And I always argue with it. There's not an applause sign, but then all of a sudden there's a ruckus applause as if someone turned on an applause sign.
Yeah.
At the end of this horrendous sketch.
There's definitely some prompting to applaud. Always. There always is.
Because there's like 5 attempts at a joke to end this scene and none of them land.
Maybe they saved them all up for the next sketch? No.
I forgot they did this.
I wish I forgot that they did this. So we get Bad Playhouse, and my first note is why?
Well,
so instead of Leonard Pinth Garnell, we get Lorraine as Lady Pinth Garnell, and she introduces a play about the potato famine in Ireland, and it's the Mr. Potato Head famine.
Yes, that is true.
Is that so? I got that right? Because
song.
none of it made sense, even with or without that explanation.
No, she sings a song about Mr. Potato Head.
And then it's Jane Gilda and Teri Garr scrubbing potatoes, and then the townspeople all come in, and then Mr. Potato Head comes in, and that's Garrett.
I have a question. So it's a song
Why?
and dance number. So it's a song and dance number. And Garrett comes in at Mr. Potato Head, so he's dressed in a full Potato Head outfit. Do you think Garrett pre-recorded this song? Because he couldn't see out of the Potato Head, right? He couldn't see cue cards.
Maybe.
And dare I say, this is probably one of Garrett's best performances of the season.
Yeah.
Like, he's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like singing and dancing and is like very coherent.
Maybe he did pre-record it.
I don't know.
Because he's not holding a microphone in there.
No.
I mean, maybe he's wired, but it would sound different. Yeah. Good point. I think that is the most interesting thing about this sketch is how did Garrett record the audio?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God. I mean, we miss Dan, obviously.
Well, clearly we miss Dan, but I don't think, there's a lot to this that I was just like, ugh, all right.
But you know what? I feel like this sketch just shows how valuable Dan was and is and sells this, because I think the actual bad art of this sketch is decent. I'd say better than most. This is the one time I think I enjoyed Teri Garr. I enjoyed Teri Garr's singing and performance, and I thought the number was so absurdly big and bad that it worked.
Yeah.
But it needed Dan. I don't think Lorraine pulled this off. And I think if Dan was there, we would have liked this sketch.
Maybe.
No?
Maybe.
Also, this episode has been so shitty that this doesn't play well.
Right.
These bad sketches, they always come late, right?
Yep.
And they always play well on a good episode where you have a bunch of really good stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like a change of pace watching something bad. It's hard to poke fun of something bad during an entire episode of bad.
When it's surrounded by bad. Yeah,
yes.
That's a good point.
It's not as funny because you're just watching more bad.
Right.
Without Dan.
Without anything.
But you didn't like the actual song, the performance? You didn't think that was good?
I'm never a huge fan of these things. And
you didn't like Ronnie Bateman?
I was like, why are we squeezing this in here?
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
I'm not a big fan of the next thing either.
No.
It wasn't the first time we saw it.
No. I mean, oh God. Yeah. Listen, do you remember back, I think it was last season, season 3, Kate Jackson, her and Bill Murray played a couple that went to see a child psychologist. Great. Picture that exact character, but they run a movie studio.
Yep.
End scene.
I wish that was it.
It
even starts out so convoluted. Like, it starts in the waiting room with Gilda and Harry Shearer, and it's not clear to me that she's a writer. At first, I thought she was an actress, and he was her agent.
But why is he wearing a red Adidas jumpsuit if he's her agent?
Because he's going to audition for a Wes Anderson film for the part that Ben Stiller plays. That's all I could think of.
I thought he was going to be auditioning for Run DMC.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, this is just, again, it's Lorraine as the child. This time she's running a movie studio, like you said. And Gilda's a writer who wrote a little Bo Peep sketch. Is that what it was?
What was the script? It wasn't a sketch. He was trying to make a movie. But anyway, I'm splitting hairs here.
I wasn't paying attention.
No, you were not. Did you notice Bill was in this sketch again?
Yeah. Who else? Who are you going to throw in there? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point.
I did like when they were talking about the Bo Peep sketch, and he was like, "We have Bo Derek."
It's a script, not a sketch, man. Come on.
Right. Sorry. I'll do that again. I liked when they were talking about the Bo Peep sketch, and they had Bo Diddley. He's talking about Bo Diddley and Bo Derek.
Yeah.
You didn't even pay attention that I said
no,
sketch
that part
again.
I did. No, that part I did. All the bows. I got that.
No, that I said sketch again. That's what I...
Oh. Giving him. Ugh. This is rough.
I mean,
we've seen it before. Yeah, there's
we
nothing
did.
new. We've seen her do this, so there's nothing really new to it, and it's not as smart as the first time she did it. And I hate to say it, the host doesn't bring anything to it. I don't think Teri Garr brings anything to this.
You're right, but I don't think anybody brings anything to this.
I'd say Gilda was decent. She had fun with her character, no? She had that weird wig, like it was like a Rosanna cast off, like half wig, like flat top thing going on. But I think she had fun. I give Gilda credit. She tried. And Bill does his part. There's not much for Bill to do in this sketch, but I think he fills that role well as like the whatever you would of this small child. I think he's good.
It's typical Bill. Yeah.
And I did like Gilda.
You know what Bill's character reminds me of, and I'm just thinking this now, is it's kind of like the younger version of Frank his character from Scrooged.
Frank Cross? How do you
Frank
not know
Cross.
Frank Cross?
The last name was slipping my mind, Brad. I've been drinking whiskey to tolerate this episode.
The man has a sign in his office that says cross and the definition of cross in the set in his office. Have you not seen Scrooged?
Oh, I've seen Scrooged a lot. I'm very excited because Christmas time is coming and I'm going to watch Scrooged again.
We're going to do that. But like, give Bill a sketch off, man. This is the sketch to highlight a featured player.
I guess. Yeah.
Let Peter Ackroyd run around, tending to whatever. Ugh.
I mean, you could have Harry Shearer do Bill's part, and you could have Peter Ackroyd do Harry Shearer's part in the beginning, and it would be
There's
fine.
so much wrong with this sketch. There's so much.
Yes, there's everything wrong with this sketch. You know what the worst part is? We've been talking about this sketch far too long. Jane plays the secretary.
That's right. Even Jane couldn't save this. Oh, God.
No. She gets 4 seconds of hair.
Oh, that's right. Jane with her hair. I love what you did with your hair. That's right. You know what? Jane was pretty damn good in this sketch.
Yeah. How great is Jane?
She's pretty good.
It was a weird interaction between her and Gilda, though.
Why? There's no need.
No need. The whole thing was unnecessary. Whoever wrote that should get some help. You know who else gets help, Brad? Mr. Bill.
Yeah. After missing the Christmas episode, of course.
Mr. Bill gets help. So we start out with Mr. Bill on Skid Row, and then he goes to the psychiatrist, and then it's a Mr. Bill sketch.
Wow, you did not like this, huh? I can tell.
No. Actually, this one was pretty good. I didn't write many notes because I was exhausted of this episode already. But
I loved everything about this opening.
On Skid Row?
It says Skid Row 1980, and Mr. Bill's like against a brick wall with a Post No Bill sign. I thought it was hilarious. Spots underneath a newspaper.
I liked the flashbacks when the psychiatrist is having him think about his childhood.
Oh, really? Because that's where I kind of started. Oh, I guess that was good. I like this whole setup. Miss Sally comes over and she sees Mr. Bill all drunk. She's like, "You need help." Sends him to the psychiatrist, and she has his card, Dr. I.M. Hands.
Yeah.
Speaking of the flashbacks when he was a kid, when the stork, because there's a whole sequence of a stork delivering, did he drop Mr. Bill on his father and it somehow decapitated the father, thus killing him?
Yes.
Did that happen?
Yep.
Okay. That's how that happened.
That's how he started life. Yes.
That's how it started. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, and then did you ever have a bad Christmas? And he goes back when he was a kid and his mom bought him a train set. And he sets the train track up leading up to the mother, and the train track runs over his mother. I legitimately laughed out loud. Hilarious. Hilarious bit.
Yeah.
But as again, par for the course this episode, it gets a little bit long.
Yeah, it does.
And a tad off the rails.
It just keeps going like everything else in this episode.
But I will say the end was great, where the psychologist is telling Mr. Bill what's wrong with him, and he doesn't believe him. And he goes, "I want a second opinion."
Oh, yeah.
He says, "My associate, Dr. Sluggo, also says you're crazy and you need a lobotomy."
Oh, that's.
And then they just cut. And that was the end. And I thought it was a great ending of not showing that and just saying that and dropping the curtain.
Yeah.
I liked that. It was a fun twist on Mr. Bill. We hadn't seen it, and I liked that.
All right. That's good. Yeah, I enjoyed. That was a good out.
Yeah.
I was honestly happy that it wasn't still going. And I think that has
long.
more to do with the show. Yeah.
But that's the problem with this episode is everything is long. What was it? Martin Sheen, right? We just saw where it was they had the great change of pace, long short sketches. Ted Knight, the one-off. Like, this is just everything is long.
Yeah. The Martin Sheen episode especially had so many bits. Long bits, short bits, mostly short bits though. And it was just so much. This episode doesn't have a lot, but what it has is long.
And dare we say not good. Just saying out loud.
Yeah.
Well, your B-52's come on next. I don't know this song. How was this?
They danced the mess around. I thought the performance was good. I'll go back to what were they doing with the cameras? And then we go to the title card with Teri Garr, and I felt like that was just some sort of problem that happened.
You've already cut to the end. I got you.
No, I'm just talking about like all of these camera issues during this song. Like they clearly were not cutting with the music, and they would like cut to a singer when they weren't singing, and then cut to the other singer who just finished singing, and it was just all over the place. But the song itself and the music, I thought was very good. This is also off of their debut album, the B-52's. They did have another album that was released earlier this month, and they did not play anything from that album tonight.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, generally, I don't trust a band who has a woman playing the tambourine. Just in general, I don't think that's a way to go.
Send all your notes to attention Brad at nr4ptproject@gmail.com.
Also, what is Fred playing at the beginning of this song? Is it a xylophone or a piano?
It's like a little piano. It's like,
it
was like a little mini piano.
Okay. This must have been a completely like out there thing. To hear and see this band for the first time, like I don't feel I'm giving them that enough credit that they're due of something this new and different being on TV. Like when I was watching this, I started to realize now we know the B-52's and who they are and what they are, but I don't think I was giving the proper due of just how unique they were at this time.
Yeah. I mean, they're at the beginning of New Wave. Yeah.
Is this the one where they all fall down? Or is it the first song? Yeah. Where
one.
they all just start falling down on the floor and they keep playing and you're like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
It was very interesting. So I give them credit for that. Again, not my thing, but I completely respect the show that they were putting on and the show for putting them on.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they put on a show. They are actually touring right now.
Oh, yeah?
Or might be wrapping up their tour with Devo.
I could see that. Yeah, of course. I mean, they played SNL 50. Like, obviously, that's a big deal. This was you mentioned, I think, in their first performance, them being on this show really helped catapult them and put them into that next level of consciousness and fandom and people knowing who the hell they are.
Well, and they were a big CBGB's and Max's Kansas City band at this point. So they were like in the New York zeitgeist, and this was kind of propelling them out to the nation.
Got it.
And that's, what they needed. And then I mean, they're a really interesting band with their history, and then they really helped shepherd REM forward, and like REM starts a whole movement, and there's
because they're from Georgia. They're from Macon, right? Or somewhere.
They're also from Athens. They're all from Athens.
They're both from Athens. Okay. I knew REM was somewhere down there. Who's from Macon? Oh, the Allman Brothers, I think, are Macon, Georgia. Somebody from the 70s is from Macon. I know that.
I wouldn't expect you to know anyone from the 90s.
No.
That's it. That's our show. Long?
Yeah, speaking of long, they go long, and they have to play into the bumper, as you said.
But they didn't go. Like, I guess that was the confusion for me, was they weren't going long on their song. So I didn't know why they went to the bumper, because it felt like because they keep playing.
And you hear the
if
applause.
A band goes long, they would like fade them out.
You know what it was? I actually thought it was, is I felt like what happened live is that they did cut them out. But in the DVD, like re-releasing, because they recorded the audio, obviously, I'm guessing, is that they just played it longer, 20 seconds or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah. But that's the show. Honestly, for me, the highlight, I made this clear from the start, was the B-52's. I really like Teri Garr, and I was disappointed.
You should say the good night. She introduces Congressman Anderson. She says it is actually him. Here he is. Because it's a very quick good night. All they give her time is say thanks, and here's Congressman Anderson.
Yep.
And then they go away.
Which is so interesting that he's the first presidential nominee to ever appear on the show.
I know. It's a great trivia question.
Yeah. Well, it was long. The sketches were long. It felt longer than the actual runtime that it was.
It was not good. Not good at all.
No, it wasn't. It was a tough watch.
It was.
I'll be honest.
I mean, welcome, Teri Garr. You have joined the esteemed group of hosts such as Karen Black.
Oh, poor Teri
Cicely
Garr.
Tyson, Richard Dreyfuss, Dick Cavett season 1. I mean, this is rough. Rough.
Yeah.
It was a long, boring ride.
Everything was long except for the monologue. Which is non-existent.
And poor Bill Murray. He's got to have a record for most screen time. He's in every sketch.
He is. We should ask Mike Murray about that. He's in a lot. Almost as much as Jim Downey. Oh, no, it just felt like Jim Downey was on a lot more.
It just felt like it's so obvious he was in it. Oh, my goodness. And it's a sin because I thought the cold open was good. Before I sat through the rest of this, I was...
Yes.
Maybe I'm... You know what? I'm questioning that now. Maybe the cold open wasn't good.
I think it was. Well, Brad, what are your best bits?
Oh, man. Do I do it again?
I think you should.
Do I go with the Dick Cavett and give this a 0? I don't... Can I... Oh, should I say caucus? For what they tried to do?
I mean, you...
Because it was a good sketch. Like, if you don't have Downey and Davis and Brian Dole Murray running that, if you had other people in it, and you didn't have the host in it, aside from all that, it could have been really good.
It definitely had potential.
I'm saying caucus. I think there's enough there.
All right.
I'm saying caucus.
I'm going to say I have 2.
Wow.
I'm going to say the cold open. I thought the cold open was great. I liked the change of pace of the whole thing, the oddity of it. It was a little long, but for the entire show, I still think it was the best thing in the show, except for the B-52's. I think the B-52's performances were excellent.
You would put the B-52's, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would put them up there. I think B-52's and David Bowie from this season are 2 of the best musical performances we've seen in the 5 seasons.
In Chicago.
That we've had to sit through in Chicago.
So obviously they're third. I get it. Okay. B-52's third. I hear what you're saying. I agree with that. Yeah, I buy that. Mm-hmm.
You just said you don't like it. What do you mean you buy that? What do you buy?
I'm saying you could give them third place. Sure.
Oh, okay. I'm not giving them any. They're not behind Chicago. Don't worry. Well, that was a shame. It was a really disappointing.
It was
show,
a shame.
to be honest.
Yeah.
Bummer. Next week on the early years of SNL, we're talking about season 5, episode 10, with host Chevy Chase and musical guest Marianne Faithfull.
Oh crap! This isn't getting any better.
Until then, good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.
Night, and have a pleasant tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to the Not Ready for Primetime Project. Look for us on social media everywhere at NR4PT Project. And please drop us a line to let us know what you think of the shows, and frankly, because we're kind of lonely, at nr4ptproject@gmail.com. The Not Ready for Primetime Project team includes Brad Robinson and Gary Seath. Please remember to rate and review wherever you watch and or listen to the show. Thanks for listening. Good night, and have a pleasant tomorrow.
Brad, why do you do this? Do you do this to hurt us?
Mrs. Vogler, I finished the wash, but I'm afraid I couldn't get the jelly stain out of Kimberly's clothes.
Oh, Mr. Bush, you folded it. You're such a dear. You know, I could have one of the other candidates take that upstairs and put it away.
No, I'm not the sort of person who starts a job and walks away from it. I took the laundry downstairs, I sorted it, I washed it, I dried it, I folded it. Now I want to put it away.
Very nice of you.